About 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get the first score of the day. And the Bulldogs are on the board. 6-0 is your score here from Boga Stadium, as the Bulldogs doing a great job capitalizing on that turnover on downs. After the Cardinals have put together an impressive drive, were stalled out in the red zone, and the Bulldogs do a great job of capitalizing on that. Oh, it's going to be a fake. He's running at the left-hand side, and he's caught from behind. I think it was a fake. I don't think it was a botched snap. I think that was intentional because the kicker intentionally whiffed it.
Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Real Sports Live, #1.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
To be able to do that, usually you get that formula in the playoffs, and so to have that early on in the season, I think, and hopefully for both teams and all teams who are doing that across the valley and across the state, that it is of benefit. Of course, experience the memories of traveling as a team. That's fun also. And for those of y'all who perhaps are watching the stream today, maybe you were not able to make the trip, I'm glad that we're able to bring that for you. You Cardinal fans out there also highly interested in this game. Whenever Harlingen gets to play some upper-level talent and competition from the state, you know that it grows this program. So 6-0 the score here as the Bulldogs strike first and take advantage of a turnover on downs. And the Cardinals going to try to get that offensive machine going again. Number 4, Jaime Galvan, lone person in the backfield there. He's going to go with 5 wide receiver set this time. And he's going to look down if he wants to pass. Screen set up on the opposite side. Raiden Berry, the running back, is out there, and great job of the defense sniffing that out.
On the reception, number 27, Raiden Berry for the Cardinals. On the stop,
So Raiden Berry's the running back. They just lined him up outside and essentially, gave him a running back screen, but he didn't have to run out of the backfield. He's already set up for that. And so Midland read that quickly. We got a little down here at the bottom of the screen. We've got 2 wide receivers, 1 defender. And we got now the safety is shaded over, but he's playing really inside. So Cardinals could have snapped that and had a 2-on-1. We'll take it. He still has that 2-on-1. Here he is, open on the outside, and number 18. I tell you what, Mateo Houston, if he didn't get a hand in there and strip that ball out, number 1, Ryan Elizondo, was going to spin upfield, and it was a 2-on-1 break. And Galvan doing a good job of picking that up from the quarterback position and testing it out. But an athletic play there by number 18, Mateo Houston. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. Galvan takes a snap. Here comes a blitz. Oh! And looked like as he was throwing it, he kind of did a check swing there. And he held on to the football. I think he was going to throw it, and something in his mind said, don't release the football. He may have seen a defender shade over. Was worried about getting picked, held on to it, and just drove it into the ground. So that is a forward pass. It's incomplete. 4th down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. And after a very promising opening drive, just couldn't get anything going there. No yards gained on this second drive for the Cardinals. And so on a 4th and 10, they're going to have to punt this one away. Back to return is 1 return man for Midland. Sideways, so I cannot get his number. Good snap. Good looking punt. Come down right around midfield. It is field. It's muffed though. That's a fumble, and the Cardinals are going to get that. The punt returner ran under it. He tried to cradle it, went right through his arms. On the ground, there was about 3 or 4 Cardinals special team players coming upfield and just took advantage of that and dove on it, and they recovered it. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, and they could not do it in the ground or the air, so they did it in special teams. And now the Cardinals get a fresh breath here as they get to restart the drive, essentially. 1st and 10 now. Come out with a little bit different formation now, coming with a little wing on the outside. Ryan Elizondo in that wing position, 3 receivers right, pistol formation. That means the Raiden behind the quarterback. Raiden left-hand side, and a big defensive stick there in the backfield. I think that's number 37, Seth Gardea. Doing a great job getting upfield behind that offensive line and making a big stop for a loss. So they'll say 2nd and 12 for the Cardinals. The Cardinals bring in the play from the sideline with a couple of signs here that they like to use. And here we go, 5 wide receiver set again. Galvan can run from this, though. He's got some speed. He decides to throw this one. Caught, tries to make a move, does number 12, Hector Perez. But he slips, falls, 3rd down coming up. Gained about 5 yards on that, though, so they pick up some good yardage. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. Ball's right at the 50-yard line. And we're at 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0 score happened. Midland Bulldogs were not able to convert for the extra point there. And so it stayed at 6. They went for a little 2-point conversion on the fake kick. Could not get in. 3rd and 7 now. Man in motion. Galvan tucks it left-hand side. He's got speed, remember. He's got some good yards there. He's going to push it past the first down marker, and a great effort there by the quarterback, Jaime Galvan. Sensing a little frustration in his run there. He wanted to keep these chains moving, so he does it on his own with his feet, and he can do that all day long. I know right now he's staying disciplined. He's going through his reads. He's wanting to make a pass. He's trying to get that pass game going, but you cannot underestimate his running ability, which in my opinion is the stronger of the two, though I can appreciate him trying to really refine that passing game today. That's going to be good for district play. 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Ball on the 42-yard line. Galvan, Raiden coming across. He'll get it on a sweep. Right-hand side. Crosses 40 into the 35. Now ducks his head. Past the 30-yard line. Should be another Cardinal first down. Raiden doing a great job. Getting speed and space is hard to defend. And so Raiden gets on the outside. And 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. The chains will move. 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. They're still early in the game. First quarter still 2:51. Galvan has Raiden again in that slot. They like to run him in motion. Could also be screen set up. Galvan takes it. Quarterback keeper, right-hand side. Got 2 blockers out in front of him to the 20. Gets pushed out of bounds. And I think that's another Cardinal first down. That was easy for Galvan. And a great job there for his blockers ahead of him, picking up a couple of those defensive backs. So we're going to take a timeout here.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
His confidence here that he's showing here at the end of this drive, reminiscent of that first drive. Pistol formation now, Raiden in the backfield with Galvan. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. They do have number 1 Ryan Elizondo lined up as a tight end. Shifting that shotgun now. Galvan's going to take the snap. Option play, pitches it. Great job of containing there by the defense. Raiden reverses field. He's got space and blockers. 10-5 touchdown. Cardinals. Raiden Raiden Berry, option left, gets the pitch. Defender comes upfield. Beautiful option. Discipline there by the defense. And he just reverses field all the way around. And he had a couple of blockers who had the sense to know that he was coming up behind him. And they cleared the way for him untouched to the end zone. 6-6. Kick is up. This one looks much better than the field goal attempt. And it is good.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is the team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Still in the first quarter. Watching here, the fans got an umbrella out today. Yes, for the passing, rain showers, but yes, for the sun that's beating down now. And then it's really creating a humid environment here for the ground to be wet and the sun to be out. And so I'm seeing a lot of towels all over the place, keeping dry, especially for the players there as you handle their football. And that could have attributed also to that muff punt, by the way. Nice thing is a little breeze coming in, so that helps to kind of drop the temp just a little bit. We're approaching 90 degrees here, and we're almost at noon. All right. That wind, speaking of, played an effect on that kickoff, so it pushes it out of bounds, and so that'll be a penalty on the Cardinals. Yeah, we're 91 degrees at 11:24. Welcome to South Texas. And it's not just the temperature here in the valley, but it's the humidity.
On the kicking team, ball will place at the 30-yard line, first down Midland.
Yeah, so again, it's not just the heat, and it's the humidity as well that'll get you here. So a little penalty, and so that means the Midland will get the ball at the 30-yard line. .63% humidity, so it's thick today. Here we go. Flag on the play.
False start. Number 62 offense, 5 yards.
All right,
First down.
so we're playing musical chairs here with the offsides on the Midland High offensive line. We have 3 different players, each with a false start penalty here in the first quarter alone. So we went left guard, right tackle, right guard. Now have false start penalties to start off this game. So first and 15 now for the Bulldogs. Man-to-man coverage, something to keep in mind. And he's going to test that man-to-man, go downfield. He's got a receiver right in the pocket. Nice job there. Number 84 in the reception. That was going to be Jacob Vines. And again, I'm watching here this defense of the Cardinals. Number 13 is a great cornerback, by the way, Jesus Manriquez. A very rangy, athletic defensive back there. I haven't really tested him too much yet. All right. Nice move by the running back out to the 4-yard line. First, close to the first down marker goes Daniel Garcia.
32 on the run. Daniel
I think they're going to say first down for Garcia.
Number 61 on the
He's got great footwork is what I've been noticing by him. Patience and footwork. He's able to find a gap, and then he explodes through. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4 wide receiver set. Be a give here, a little RPO. And he picks up Garcia about 7 yards on the run. That RPO is a run-pass option. Number 15, the quarterback, Nick Peralta. He has the decision. He can give it, he can roll it, he can pass it, right? So it's up to him based upon what the defense is giving him. And so he's watching the middle of the field. He's watching these safeties that are getting outside. And so that means that there's going to be space up the middle. And that's where Garcia's been getting most of his yards. 84, nice pickup. That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. He knows where that first down marker is. That's Jacob Vines. he gets past the first down marker, gets space separation from the cornerback, turns, catches, and that's just a smart football play there. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Peralta doing a good job, very calm and collected here. Takes a snap. Here comes a flag. That's probably offsides because they haven't blown the whistle yet. It's got a free play, in other words. And just looks like neither the receiver nor the cornerback could just get a beat on where that ball was. It was just outside of both of them, not even close. But that should be on the Cardinals, probably neutral zone infraction. And it was a free play, in other words.
Offsides. Defense number 9 lining it up in the neutral zone. 5 yards. Remains first down.
That's exactly what it was. Neutral zone infraction there against the Cardinals. But if they're in the neutral zone and they do not make contact on an offensive line or receiver, tight end, whatever, then the play runs. The player gets to ride. And now they come across and they make contact, then they're going to blow the whistle. And so essentially you get a free pass play, if you will. All right, handoff Garcia, who he gets blown up, but he does a great job of catching his feet again, and he always falls forward, is what I noticed here, number 32. Daniel Garcia, he falls forward after contact, and that's important. Important for a running back to do that, because then you're always gaining. If you fall forward, that's a half to another yard. Sometimes get a little jump, get 2 yards out of it, so it works out well. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Again, this is going to be a game of attrition here because of the heat and humidity. Both teams, it's been a long first quarter, by the way. Longer than usual. 2nd down, pass, caught, wrapped up, should have enough for a first down. Number 3, Preston Brockington. Again, having good sense of where that first down marker is, getting past it. And another first down for the Bulldogs. Nothing flashy this drive. Last drive for the Bulldogs had a huge pickup on a screen. That in and of itself was not flashy, but it was just a great job by Garcia. Oh, big sack. Blindsided. Some good sportsmanship there. Number 37. Giving a pat on the back. Esvin Zuniga. But he just comes around. You'll see here that he's going to go pat on the back. So that's good. Good sportsmanship on the field. Hope it's good.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
We had another 3 and out, turn punt, turn fumble, turn Cardinal ball again. And so it's definitely been an exciting first quarter. Long, but exciting. So, hey, thanks again for joining us in this broadcast. Wherever it is that you're listening, watching from, glad you're able to join us. It's our pleasure to bring you this. 2nd down and 14 for the Bulldogs. They are in Cardinal territory. Peralta looking downfield, pump fake. Lets this one fly. He's got a receiver, but great coverage. Almost intercepted. And what a great job there by the cornerback. And that's Manriquez. I mentioned his name a while ago. And just had great position. I'm watching the replay here. He stayed with him, had inside leverage, but he had his head focused on that football the whole time. So essentially they were both receivers, and actually at the end, number 84 for the Bulldogs had to turn into the defender just to make sure that he did not catch that football. So 3rd down and 14 now for the Bulldogs. Handoff right-hand side, Garcia trying to use that speed. He was just tripped up. If he would have caught that edge, he would have had the first down. He would have had a chance at the first down marker and more probably. But just a great shoelace tackle there. Tripped him up. I'm watching the replay here. Just does a good job of getting out there, hooking that leg, and making the stop. 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs, so we'll get to see the punt unit for the Bulldogs. And the Cardinals don't have anybody deep to receive yet. They're playing this as this could be a fake. So they're playing this regular defense. They do have one safety deep just in case. They will punt this one. Good looking punt. Comes down at the 18. It will take a Bulldog roll 10 inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Like games, but just a little nice switch up here to have a Saturday day game, and it's been exciting so far. So Galvan and company now, he's the lone person in the backfield. Is going to send his man in motion, fakes the give. He's going to take it himself, left-hand side, a couple of yards maybe.
Quarterback keeper number 4,
Second down coming for the Cardinals. As I'm watching this game unfold here, it looks like these are two very evenly matched teams. Doesn't seem like one has the upper hand over the other physically or even speed so far. Both teams showing a little bit of each. Raiden Berry there, speaking of, doing a great job of getting some yards there, marching towards that first down marker. And so then it becomes about conditioning. It becomes about ball control, clock control, ball control, so on and so forth. And I think we're in for a good one. So stick with us. 3rd down and 3 for the Cardinals. Raiden Berry in the backfield, pistol formation now. It's got 2 wide receiver sets on the outside stacked, and so they do that because they can run options with that back receiver, and the inside playing safeties have to work a little bit harder. He's got someone right up the middle. Raiden Berry up to the 40, 45, 50. This is a foot race, folks, down to the 30 now. One man to beat. Will he beat him? 15-10, makes a nice cruise, 5, touchdown. Cardinals, 85 yards. Speed in space. Hard to defend. And Raiden Berry does a phenomenal job of finding space in that defense. And I think what happened was they put those 2 sets of receivers on the outside, stacked them. So what that did is that causes safeties to cheat outside in anticipation that those 2 receiver sets were going to give them problems on the outside. So then they snuck Berry right up the middle behind the linebackers. There was no safety. And with no safety, he had all that space to run. So 85-yard touchdown for Raiden Berry on the pass from Jaime Galvan.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
But he wasn't. Just simply put, he was not caught from behind. He was able to make that long sprint to the end zone. So 14-6 is your score. Now the Bulldogs have capacity to respond. So I'm excited about this drive, see what it brings. Now we have some overcast conditions in Harlingen, as the sun has given way to some clouds here for the moment at least. And the umbrellas are mostly put away. There are some folks that traveled from Midland across the way here for me, and that's nice to see the support there in the community. I'm sure some parents there in the stands making a long drive to support their children, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Here we go. Kickoff time. Cardinals kicking off, and this will land outside the back of the end zone there. And again, that's the MO for number 85. Jacob Garza. He missed that first field goal early, and that was just very unlike him. He does have a great, strong leg there, and accurate for the most part. So 85 has kind of been like the Cardinal kicker number for the past few years that I can remember. Just been switching it out depending on who the kicker is. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They've been starting drives with false starts. They're going to try to break that habit now, I'm sure. Snap, Garcia, middle. And he's met there by number 44 linebacker, Joe Hernandez. And Garcia, gain of a yard. 4 wide receivers split now. And I'm watching here, so they're going to here's what happened with that big one earlier for the Cardinals. The safeties shift outside, leaving a big space in the middle. That's where Garcia's been finding space to run, because the safeties are cheating outside right now. Here he goes, looks to pass, tucks it. Here comes the pressure, and he's sacked in the backfield.
On the sack, number 35.
I tell you what, the safeties showed that they were going to cheat to the outside. But what they did was they backed up right into the middle of that field, and there was man coverage underneath them. And so what happened was all the receivers were covered. There was no deep route trying to expose anything. And so number 15, Nick Peralta, and he does a great job, by the way, going through his reads, checking number 1, 2, 3, 4 option, but nothing was open. Cardinals got to him. 3rd down and 11. Shotgun formation now. Looks downfield, wants to pass. Good footwork. Just high for number 4, Nick Bayano. And so another 4th down for the Bulldogs. And just like that, the Cardinals defense has stepped it up. So this will be 2 drives, turnover on downs for Midland. And Cardinal defense is usually the strength of this team. I mean, year after year, that's just the way this team operates. Coach Manny Gomez, very defensive-minded in his approach. Wow, here comes, and I think someone got a hand on it. If they didn't, they almost did. And that ball came out low and soft there. And wow, man, they did a great job. And I'm watching number 17 here for the Cardinals. He's talking to his buddy, number 23, Isaiah Liscano, who almost got his hands on that. And he says, put your hands together. Because I think what happens, he got his hands out and stretched, but he left a gap in between, and they kicked it right through his hands. And that's right. The proper technique is put those hands one on top of the other. There you create that triangle. And that would have been surely flushed and blocked there. 1st and 10, though, for the Cardinals. Great field position on the 43-yard line. Sends a man in motion to the outside. Screen's getting set up. Oh, that's Galvan there, the quarterback. He's got a man open downfield. What a play set out there. Fooled me, folks, as they had a different quarterback in formation. And they put number 4, Jaime Galvan, back there as a wide receiver. So it's basically a pass and pass set up, wide receiver pass set up, and had a man streaking across. Just he didn't have his feet set, could not get a good throw on it. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Number 4, Jaime Galvan back in his spot there, his quarterback. Raiden Berry, they're going to shift him around. He goes left-hand side now. Oh, and Raiden Berry, oh, that's going to be Midland Bulldog football right there. Raiden Berry, this is going to be an option, right? So he's going to fake the give to Berry. Well, Berry clips him. I mean, he came across hard, hit him with a shoulder pad, and just knocked the football from Galvan. And so that's just an unfortunate circumstance. As the play was right, it was a fraction of an inch there, because just a little bit left and the fake would have worked, but Berry clips Galvan with his shoulder pad, and he knocks the football out of his quarterback's hand. And great job there by the Bulldog defender, jumping all over it. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They have new life now. Oh, that's a bad snap right through the quarterback's hands. It's a race for the football. And I think this is Cardinal football. And just like that, the tables turn again. One way to the other. It just shoots to the quarterback's hands, but Alta cannot get his mitts on it. And number 9 jumps on it for the Cardinals, Ernie Sanchez. And it looks like the Bulldogs get a huge break after Galvan fumbles it. And then now the Cardinals get a break, and then they get yards out of it on top of that. So just like that, the Cardinals are inside the Bulldog 40-yard line. Galvan, sprint right. Buries his blocker, makes a move, gain of 2 yards. We've seen a lot of different things tonight. We've seen missed field goal. We've seen an almost blocked punt. We've had a fumble on the punt return. We've seen a fumble by the quarterback because of the running back, and then we've seen a snap go through the hands of a quarterback, turnover. Lots of different elements, and we still have 8 minutes left to go in the first half. 14-6, our score here from Bogus Stadium. Take a look at 10 now. They're going to shift the whole side here, move the receivers. Do they have enough time? Down 4-3. Gets a snap off. Galvan looks downfield. Here comes the pressure from behind. Lets it fly. Receiver open. Number 1. Incomplete pass. Ryan Elizondo had about 2 steps on the safety there. The ball just ahead. Galvan was under pressure. He had to feel that defender breathing on his back, because holding that for maybe a second more and he was going to be delivered a very strong hit from his blind side there. And so fortunate for him, gets it off just a little bit rushed, so therefore it's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Galvan rolls to his left. Space in the pocket. Now here comes the rush. Lets it fly. Raiden Berry there with a nice reception. That should be a first down, Cardinals. You know, when a play goes that long in that way, then it becomes just backyard football. And just kind of somebody get open. The routes have all broken down. The blocking's broken down. And someone has to run back to the quarterback to give him an option to throw to so that he can convert that first down or even make positive yards at all. So first down 10 for the Cardinals. Galvan steps up to the line. Receivers and Galvan all look over. Here's the thing. The offensive line had to sit there real still. And that's hard to do, folks, down in that position. Man in motion. That's Berry. He'll get it in the left-hand sweep. Here goes an offensive guard in front of him. Nice move to the 15. Another move. Breaks it outside. It's going to be towards the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Raiden Berry. Watch this. Move. Gets outside. Switches ball to his left-hand side, right-hand side. And then he makes another sprint to the end zone there. Great job of taking care of the football there by Raiden Berry. As he scores, we have the sun shining and rain falling. That was pretty cool. All right, here we go. Kick, extra point attempt. Low snap, though. Oh, nice job there by number 10, I believe that is. I'm going to give him a shout-out. That's Kyler Munoz.
Hi, we're the Real Night City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
So San Antonio Reagan, you know, I've played some teams. 1 year scrimmaged the academy from Dallas there against Deion Sanders when he was coaching there. You know, so Coach Gomez and staff have done a great job with the Harlingen program of exposing and exposure to teams from outside the valley, and then, you know, pushing into San Antonio and then beyond San Antonio, again with Abilene and Midland and so on and so forth. So this is becoming more of a normal occurrence for Cardinal fans. To be able to see their team against, you know, out-of-town opponents. So, and I do think it has benefited the program. So here we go. I know in 32-6A we have Browns-Mahana playing Tascosa as well. I know San Benito, I think, is playing Midland Lee, and Harlingen South is playing Odessa High today. And in Odessa at Ratliff there. And so, from what I understood, there was space in the schedule. There was an open week, and 32-6A, which is here, which is Harlingen, San Benito, Los Fresnos, Brownsville, had an opening, and then Midland Lee, Odessa, Atascosa had openings in their schedule and came together and put together a 2-year agreement, and thus that's why Permian Basin teams are playing the Valley teams for 2 years. In case you're wondering, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Nice pick up there, about 5, maybe 6 yards. No, a little bit more, actually. They're going to mark him down way up there. Good spot for the Bulldogs. Haven't seen a vertical passing game yet for the Bulldogs. I do think number 15, Nick Peralta, has the arm for it. We'll see if it shows up. 2nd and 1 coming for the Bulldogs. They don't need it right now. Garcia up the middle. He's going to push forward towards that first down marker. And I think he's going to have it. We'll stop the clock. First down. First down, Bulldogs. Midland 21-6. Early touchdown, 80-yard drive. Have not been able to get on the board since then. Peralta, shotgun formation. And once again, the same thing for Midland. Those offensive linemen had to stay down in position as they're getting the play. Pump fake. Nobody's going downfield. No, that's, and there's going to be a flag come in. I think they're going to call this pass interference. Just really interesting. There's no route that's going past 10 yards. And so the safeties are just sitting right there on that 10, 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they're just hunkering down. That time did look like the defender was probably wrapped around that Midland High receiver a little bit too much.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense on an eligible receiver, 10 yards, automatic first down.
So they're going to say defensive holding. A little bit different than pass interference. That means that there was a little bit too much contact before even the pass was thrown. Probably had a hand on a jersey or something like that. So first down for the Bulldogs here. Peralta gets a snap. Garcia up the middle. Nice run there. 5-yard pickup for him. Just like the way that he runs the football. Very aggressive runner, but smart at the same time. And good combination. Good vision, good patience, good footwork. Great running back here for Midland. We got to see him run the ball and catch the ball as well. Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs. Peralta, 3 receivers. Garcia will get it. Trying to be patient at the line. Finds a crease, pushes through. He'll gain 4 yards. And again, going back to that, just watching here, Midland hasn't tested downfield. Everything, has been thrown. It's been screens, little bubble passes, things like that. So those safeties, they're not worrying about turning and running. Garcia, look at him. He's like crawling over the pile. And they'll mark him down. I'm right on the line here in the press box, and that's going to be short. I think it's going to be short. So it'll be a 4th down and 1. Here come those bells that are new to bogus this year. Play on 4th down. Trying to incite an ominous feeling on the opposing offenses. Does it work? I don't know. Ask the offenses. 4th and 1. But either way, the more bells you hear, the more 4th downs the defense is putting the offense in.
We are the Patriots. Thank you for watching Rural Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
All 2 touchdowns since then. The Bulldogs offense has now been sputtering and having a hard time. They're going to go for this on 4th down and 1, by the way. And so let's see what the call is here. They got their, wow, what a big run there. This is number 42. I'm going to call him their goal line running back, Jordan Springer. He's the one also, by the way, who was lined up as the placeholder when they went for that 2-point conversion. So I do think that he's a short yardage guy. And they're going to try to get him the ball. So kind of wildcat formation here. He's going to do it again. Handoff this time to Garcia, left-hand side. Finds some space, ducks his shoulder pads, and gets upfield.
On the stop, number 13 for the Cardinals.
Let's see if they keep rolling with 42. Springer. I think they are. I don't know what they call this. It's what I'll call is a wildcat formation, where essentially you have a non-quarterback lined up in the quarterback position. Most of the time, that's going to mean they're going to run the ball out of this formation. But 42 Springer stays in, 2nd down and 5. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, just broke a little bit. Garcia had nowhere to go. And number 42 is being called out right now on the over-the-air announcer, Nathan Huerta, doing a good job of getting some penetration, making a big stop in the backfield. So it looks like I'm watching this Midland. I see number 11 check into the game now. This is Landry Wall, so that makes me wonder, is number 15 okay? Because Landry Wall steps into the game, steps up, avoids a sack, launches this one outside, has a receiver, but he just lets it float. So 4th down coming up now for the Bulldogs. Here go those Bills. Again, you know, it's hard for me to see across the field here, but number 15, Peralta, you know, who's been quarterbacking the Midland High team all game, did not come out from that 4th down on. They brought out number 42, which is Jordan Springer. And then after that, they brought out number 11, Landry Walls. So that is going to be a storyline that we'll keep an eye on here. Either way, it's going to be a punt right now for the Bulldogs. Some backspin and some forward bounce. Down. Raiden Berry, been the all-star so far. Looks downfield, has a man wide open, just deep for number 12, Hector Pettis. And Hector Pettis has been the almost guy in the first half. I mean, I think he's almost had 3 big receptions. The ball has just been out of reach for him. He was the one on that trick play that was screaming across the field who had a wide open space as well. So he just has not been able to run under the ball just yet. Ball's been a little bit too far. Jaime Galvan, number 4. He's got 4 wide receivers. Definitely going to the air more tonight than what I've seen so far this season. And they're working it. Galvan, nice. Raiden Berry being patient at the line of scrimmage. Out to the 20, 30, first down, trying to find some more space, and he does. And he'll pick up about close to 20 yards on that run, depending on where they mark that, and it will be a 21-yard pickup for Raiden Berry. And just doing a great job showing some great patience. I've been talking about Garcia a lot, but I mean, I have to talk about Raiden Berry as well. And he's got a little bit more power in his run. We know he has speed. He broke that 85-yard touchdown earlier. And he's really progressing. Last year he came on, and they used him a lot more in short yardage type situations. And this year he's been the feature back. So 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Galvan, keeper, right-hand side, stiff arm. And here he goes, 50 across the midfield out of the 30, 25, 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. On a 47. I'm sorry. I'm going to do some math here on this one. 67-yard run for Jaime Galvan. I tell you what, when he broke it to the outside, he knew he had that when we got to the 20. And I was like, don't do that, bro, because you still have 20 yards to go. But he knew he had to step on a safety, and he was able to get that into the end zone. And so a 67-yard run for Jaime Galvan to match up with a passing game where he's probably nearing 200 yards. And so he could be 100, 200 plus here in the first half. And so the Cardinals pouring it on. 28-6 is the score now.
Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Feel on the field is 99 degrees. So we're about to feel some 100-degree plus here in the second half. And I know Midland's used to this. I've lived in El Paso and Alpine, Texas. I've been out in, not necessarily in Midland, Odessa. I've played in Midland before, but I know the heat there is 100 plus as well. There's a dry heat there that's different from a humid heat here in the valley. That kind of sucks the energy out of you. So again, 63% humidity today, which is not normal in West Texas. I miss those West Texas evenings. Or maybe hot during the day, but you get the nice cold breeze of the desert and cools you down a little bit. And definitely West Texas has a special place in my heart. Here we go. Harlingen kicking off. Kind of looked like a pass. That was a spiral on the kickoff. Nice move out to the 20. And he'll stay right there, number 2, Josh Allerer. And that kickoff was kind of cool. I don't know if you can see this replay here, but it's almost like look at this. It's like a pass. It's a spiral. I haven't seen that on a kickoff. On a punt, yes, you see that. But on a kickoff, just must have come off the side of his foot. But either way, it was easy to catch, I guess. Here we go. 1:48 remaining in the first half. 28-6. In the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas. Midland High making the trip. And here we go. QB in. Peralta's back. Handoff Garcia. Right-hand side. Running hard. Harder in yards there for Garcia.
Daniel Garcia up the middle.
He'll gain 3, I believe.
On the stop, number 32 for the Cardinals, Gabriel Martinez.
Watch this. Watch his head. Keep it on his head. Look at that. It's just bobbing because he's getting hit as he goes through that pile there. But he does not relent. He keeps pushing. Third down. I think we're going to have a timeout, Cardinals.
Timeout. Harlingen.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
I was calling the game here last Friday night with the other team in Harlingen, South Hawks versus Westaco, and Hawks came back and scored 3 unanswered in the third quarter and made it a ball game and went into overtime. It's 28-7 at the half, so maybe the Cardinals saw that and said, we need a 4th touchdown space. So we'll see what happens here. Third down. Midland's going to try to get that first down, though. They want to score. Garcia shifts in the backfield. Peralta looks. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Lets it go. Incomplete pass. Number 17 on the coverage there. William Herring. And just nowhere to throw. That was just a blanket type covering there. Could have been called. Peralta lets it fly right there. Herring, I guess, just doing a good job. He was reaching for the football with his right arm. So probably good, no call there. 4th down either way for the Bulldogs. And again, Midland needs to try to get those routes past the safeties. I think it'll open up things for them. 4th down and 6 coming. Here's the punt, and here's the scenario that I talked about. So this will be a very short field, 49-yard line, 1:08 remaining. I thought it was...
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
He had just a little bit of patience, get to the outside. That would have been long gone. Braden Berry now, right-hand side, looking for that sideline, stop the clock. And there's a flag on the play. It comes all the way from the Whitecap official, the referee. Let's listen to what he has to say. He threw that in the backfield, and he threw that a long way. I did see there was maybe a little bit going on too late. Conferring there with his umpire. That's our referee, you umpire. He's got his head linesman on that side.
Personal foul on the defense.
Yep.
15 yards to be added to the end of the run and be first down.
And it was interesting because I saw number 1 for the Cardinals. That's Ryan Elizondo rolling after the play. After it looked like Raidenberry had even got to the sideline. So I think a defender from Midland just came and took a cheap shot on him in the backfield after the play was done. So not necessary. They'll get penalized. First down and 10. And Galvan rolls to his left. Looks deep. Has a man in the little pocket. And I think that's number 12. Is that number 12 here? Yes, it is. Finally, Hector Pettis gets to catch one of those that went his direction. Some yelling down here on the sideline. They're trying to get some personnel in the field. They're going big. Where's number 44? They want him. That's Joe Hernandez. That's what I heard. Joe, get over there.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Texas. So those of you Midland fans out there, right? Do you consider yourself West Texas? That's a question I have for you. Just like people say, well, you know, I'm from South Texas, but they're 4 hours north of us. So we're like, no, we're the real South Texas. So just interested, you can comment there. All right, Galvan rolling to his right. Wants to let this one fly. He's got a man in the end zone. He catches it. What a beautiful passing catch there to number 3. His brother, Justin Galvan. Younger brother, that is. Look at this. This pass was dropped in there perfectly. Look at this. Right, boom. Right in the breadbasket. It looks like they practiced that in their backyard. I think that's what that is. Here's the timing on that, the understanding of the speed of the receiver to get to that spot right at that moment. So much has to be calculated in the mind of the thrower as they're throwing the football. Think about that, and it just comes natural. You know, if you were to think about running this fast, this far, you got to throw at this point. That's a leading pass, so he's throwing that 6, 7, 8 yards ahead of the receiver who's going to run under it and catch it in that perfect moment. I know, makes your brain twist there, but.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Grew up way on the other side of the valley, you know, before my West Texas days, and you always knew about the Harlingen Cardinals. Had some excellent teams that have gone far in the playoffs. The last deep run was in 2011. That was my first year working broadcast here for Harlingen, and you know, went all the way down into the quarters, and so the Cardinal program since then hasn't been at that level. That was the year they beat Abilene, by the way. And Abilene was fresh off a state championship. And so it really spurred the Cardinal program on to go that deep, because what happens is in the confidence levels built up. And so, definitely ought to prove today, can compete with teams outside the Valley, and Midland coming in, a formidable, opponent. And I still think we've yet to see everything from Midland high, because I think that they've got some things up their sleeve that have yet to be shown, but they're going to have to pull it out fast, because 35-6 is going to be a difficult hole to pull yourself out of if something doesn't happen soon. One timeout remaining, 30 seconds. I don't know if, they're going to hand it off. Garcia, let him just run the clock down. He'll pick up 6 yards, and he's been special for Midland today. Just been great for them. Number 32, Daniel Garcia. Just huge respect for him and the way that he runs the football and carries himself. 8 seconds. We may get one more snap off. They don't have to, though. They will. Garcia will carry it. Space. Boom, up the middle. First down and more. And he's been doing that all day long, and I'm sure he'll continue the second half. Hey, folks, thank you so much for joining us on this live broadcast today. 35-6 is your score. We're going to take a break for halftime, 28 minutes. And so you can set your clock there, 28 minutes, and join us back for the second half coverage here. But so far it's the Cardinals over the Bulldogs, and gaining that lead and growing it. 35-6 is our score here from Boga Stadium in the Rio Grande Valley. We'll be back in 28 minutes for second half live coverage. So that's going to be right around 12:40 or so. So love to have you back a little bit before then. Tune in at 12:36 and we'll get you back. All right? Aaron Saenz here signing off for first half. We'll be back in the second half.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Hi, we're Edinburgh Cougars, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're DJ Southwest Avenida. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Please enjoy our UIL show entitled Rap Star. Drum majors Diego Johnson and Orlina McDermott, you may now begin your performance. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the future Harlingen High School band members from Memorial, Vernon, and Gutierrez Middle Schools as they join the Big Red Cardinal Band on the field.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Me down to dust, I know that there is a place for us, for we are glorious. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I am meant to be. This is me.
kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
To start the second half, and so Midland, of course, I am sure after halftime, I'm sure halftime adjustments going to look to come and try to stop the momentum from Harlingen so that they can get some feeling back in this game. Down 35-6, a lot of ground to make up, but we're hoping for a great second half. Again, thanks for tuning in to this live coverage wherever it is that you are listening, watching from. Welcome to Harlingen,
Odessa
Texas.
High 16, Harlingen South 20.
Rain has stayed away for the most part today. There's predicted 55% chance, and
Midland lead 42.
thankfully has not been
San Benito
a problem
3.
here so far. Heat is, however, those of y'all curious about that, I'm going to pull that up right now. And to start the second half here, we have 92 degrees, a real feel of 100 degrees, 61% humidity. So it's a hot one down there with the boys starting the second half. Cardinals kicking off. Back deep to return for Midland Bulldogs. Number 1 and number 2 goes over the head of Josh Lehrer. And the Bulldogs will come out to the 25-yard line, and we'll get kicked off here. Highlights for the Bulldogs in the first half. Number 32, got to talk about Daniel Garcia running the football strong, catching the football as well. The only touchdown for the Bulldogs has come on that huge play,
Some college scores.
85 yards
Oklahoma 31, Texas Tech 10.
for
Texas
the Midland
A&M
Bulldogs.
21, Arkansas 17.
Of course, doing a great job on the run. Number 15, I believe. I'm going to check that here in a second to see if Make sure that he's back out, and he is. Handoff Garcia up the middle, spin move. A couple of yards maybe. No, he looks like he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. He had to battle in the backfield there on that one, so it gets back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll go second down. Number 15 is the quarterback, Nick Peralta. They did experiment a couple times in the first half. Number 42, Jordan Springer out of the Wildcat. Number 11 came in for a couple plays, but they are back to number 15, Nick Peralta. I tell you what, they will snap that right in that moment. Did have a outside defensive end, I think, in the neutral zone, but didn't take advantage. Second down coming up. Pass play setting up here. Quick dump there. Number 4 catches it, but he's hit quickly. Nowhere to run for Nick Bayano.
On the stop, number 21,
and again, I was mentioning the first half that Midland, for whatever reason, and that's why coaches coach on the field and I'm up here. However, for whatever reason, just factual, Midland has not been stretching the field. Those wide receiver patterns have not been getting past the safeties. So everything's been 10 yards and under. So Harlingen defense has been able to just hunker down and keep everything in front of them. Third down, and 7 coming for the Bulldogs. Here comes the blitz on the outside. Great move there by Peralta, but he runs into another defender, and he'll be sacked in the backfield.
Quarterback sack number
and I
42.
think that's number 32. That gets, so I'm going to watch this replay here. And so what happens here, they blitz the outside guy from the defensive back position, and that causes quarterback Peralta to go inside, and then there was linebacker waiting for him. And so brings up a fourth down quickly here to start off the second half with 10:22 remaining. 35-6 is your score, and the Bulldogs going to have to punt away almost immediately to start the second half. Cardinals high snap, able to get it. Kind of a sidewinder punt there. Drops at the 50, down to the 40, at the 42.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
All day long. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Man-to-man coverage, but they are dropping that safety over number 12, Hector Pettis, just because I believe he's been getting open so much. You fake Raiden Berry. He has been hot today. The hot hand running the football, catching the football for the Cardinals. He gains 2. Little dancing there at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 3rd down, about
Just
7.
couldn't find a crease. 3rd down and 8. Cardinals going to the line of scrimmage there. Number 78 on the screen. Hader Man, left tackle. A couple years under his belt. 3rd down going. Galvan rolls to his left. Throws back to his right. But Raiden Berry got stuck on number 70. It was Isaac Martinez. And they were definitely trying to, set up a screenplay on that. But I think that number 70 got too deep into the backfield, which caused Raiden Berry to be bumped out of there and just couldn't get a clean look at catching the pass. Actually almost tripped over him running backwards there. And so nothing doing after that Hector Pettis almost play. The Cardinals look like they're going to go turnover on downs. And here comes the punt unit for the Cardinals. Waiting for the snap. Good snap. It's number 13. He's a defensive back. Really good at it too. Also the punter. That's muffed. That's on the ground, but I think it's going to be recovered by number 1, Brandon Mannix.
Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Jay's up!
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs, Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
All underneath catches. But either way, produces 8 yards for the Bulldogs. Huerta in the backfield, number 32, Garcia. Garcia will get the call. Tackled immediately,
up the middle.
but falls forward for about a yard.
Gains about 1. It'll be third down.
42 on the tackle for the Cardinals
Number 42,
is Nathan Huerta. So third down and 1. Bulldogs just have not been able to convert on third downs. I think, if I were to have the stats in front of me, I don't, but if I did, I could tell you that it has been an extremely low conversion percentage today. And they get to third down, just cannot roll it over for first. So Garcia is going to try to change that up, and he does. Nice breakthrough. And y'all have a first down and more. He takes the challenge.
Garcia,
and what a nice run. I think he even hurdled somebody and was able to catch his balance and get his feet under him again, and then he blasts forward for a first down run. And number 76 here from Midland on the screen. Brett Canis. Big offensive tackle there. All right, looks downfield. Huerta, pressure coming from behind. Lets it fly before he's hit. And that's thrown out of bounds, about 4 yards.
Second down for the Bulldogs.
Outside of the out-of-bound line, and number 2 was up there trying to get that Josh Lehrer. Maybe a little bit inside. Would have been okay, but just a little bit too far outside. That wind definitely is coming from the south end of the end zone, almost direct right now. So you go through, you throw in the left